Hello everybody, this is me, Sara Perry Psychic Medium, going live. I haven't been here for a long time. I'm not even sure where the camera is on this iPad. Oh, it's there. So apologies if I'm looking all over the screen. I'm joined today by Poppet, who has just recently taken over Winnie's pedestal or throne. She's not very happy, she's out there, so she'll come in a minute. And we also have another customer here. Hello. Come on, come here. Okay, we've got a part-time, hello Winnie, we have a part-time puppy here who is probably going tomorrow or Tuesday. We've been fostering, so she may come up to say hi. Do you want to say hi, Winnie? There's Winnie. Hello. Angry cat, very angry, still angry, doesn't change. Hello Sam, how are you? So I've come on today because it's time, isn't it? It's time, and I think there's a lot to say, lots to do, lots to look at, and I'm going to be doing a past life look at the week coming up. I am going to do the individual sun signs on a different video, and you can catch it on YouTube, and I will share it on Facebook, so do have a look at that, and have a look at my channel if you would like. So lots and lots been going on. I'm just sorting out these cards. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been a very, very strange and tense time recently, definitely in my part of the world, and I know in some other places in the world, California, oh my god, the fire's going off there. I just want to send out loads of love and healing to all those people, and I know a lot of people in California, so I'm really, most of them I know are safe, but you know, let's hope this all just moves on really quickly. Something tells me it's not just yet. Okay, sorry about that. But Mars went retrograde a couple of days ago. Yes, exciting past lives. Yeah, it went retrograde. I was telling everyone how angry everyone's going to feel, and I've just been going ballistic. The thing is, when Mars goes retrograde, all this it's like tension, hi Barney, starts building up inside, and it just, everything just feels really frustrating. And yesterday I just remember thinking, I don't know what I want to do. I just feel really frustrated. I just want to get out of the house, but then I don't want to get out. I was kind of bored. It was a bored feeling, which is unlike me. I should have been painting, but we've had more issues with the car, unfortunately, so that's been put on hold. Incidentally, if anybody is interested in any artwork, or let's just say hello to this. This is what we've been looking after, which has been adding to the fun, isn't it? Yeah. She's going tomorrow. You're going, aren't you? Yeah, you are. We've been fostering her for a week or so. Oh, who's that? Yeah, so she's just woken up. She's been asleep. And now just waking up. So she's probably going to cause Mary hell, or just weird the corner or something. Go there, girl. So yeah, it's been really, really tense for a lot of people. I mean, it's already been with all this COVID stuff, this other I'm not going to say shit, but it is really, isn't it? It's so much stuff going on right now. And not just that, you've got the, you know, obviously the restrictions that have been put on us, but then I feel that a lot of the restrictions are getting worse because everyone's fighting the restriction. Now, I'm not saying this so everybody starts having a go at me or anything about the mask wearing, everything. I don't like it myself. I don't enjoy it. I'm doing it because it's law here, and actually can't afford a fine at the moment, and there's no point. And because I'm only wearing it just to go from A and B, it's not the end of the world for me. I don't feel that, well, I'm not even going to say about human rights and stuff, because it's probably going to get up everyone's nose and it's going to make everybody more and more angry. But all I'm going to say to everyone that is getting really wound up about it and uploading stuff and whatever, I understand why you're doing it, but just focusing on that and focusing on the loss and focusing on the restriction of what is actually going on is actually preventing life itself, because you're not actually focusing on something good. So in that time, although you might have to wear a mask when you're doing it, at least live your life. It could be worse. I have been doing a little bit of research on this whole pandemic thing today, and I've lost my notebook, but I'm going to do a video on it because it's like really interesting. This has happened before and I've been like doing research, and something came into my head. This is why I was doing past lives of the French Revolution. This is very, very much like that. You know, the revolution started to create more freedom for the poor people, so they've got more of a say. And you know, right now it's kind of that fight for independence, fight for everything, and it came after the American independence. Now every year or every 100 years or so, as I've been looking, there's been some kind of civil war or world war, and this is a war in itself. You know, there's no third world war, we're in it, we're in like the fourth or fifth right now, because this is just a natural war. Hi Mariam. You know, it's how do we deal with it? I mean, thank God we haven't got guillotines and stuff, but what is going on is kind of worse, really, you know, with all these fires and earthquakes and people just wanting to kill everyone and just break out. It's not great. So all I'm saying is, if you want the best life, then find a way to have the best life and step back if you can from the anger, because right now, over the next 2 months, that is just going to increase and increase and increase, okay? Which isn't really great to hear. But then we're going to go into Mercury retrograde as well, which is just going to really pull us back even more. So use the time to ground yourself, to do something physical, creative, anything that you can pull that energy in, so it takes your mind off of stuff, because it really, I can feel it. I mean, Mars is one of the closest planets to the sun, and that's the reason why it's a big deal. Oh, bless you, Murray. You know, it's like with Mercury, we feel it because it's just the same with Venus. So when it goes retrograde, we feel like we just get affected, all of us are. So if one person's getting angry, that's going to have a knock-on effect with somebody else, and it can just be a trigger. So if you can, I'm saying this because I'm not really doing, is count to 10 before you react, you know, or think about what you're saying, or, you know, because a lot of stuff that you may have been holding on to could come out over the next couple of months. If it's true, then it's needed, and it should have been said a long time ago, then fair enough. You know, it is what it is, and you can still do stuff with love. It doesn't have to be horrid stuff. So I'm just looking, I was actually over the last couple of days thinking about designing this past life deck, and it came to me while I was sitting on the roof yesterday in this notebook. I thought I'm just going to spend some time looking at my own energies and patterns. And I did talk about last week on my channel about the double numbers, and yesterday I think I saw seven lots of double numbers. And the more you look, the more you probably see them. I haven't seen them today, certainly, but I have over the last couple of weeks, which is a sign that things are changing, but it's also a sign that you are being heard and you are being listened to. So if you see 2020, see 2121 or 1616 or 1111, 1111 is really about stepping into, being ready to step into that higher self, that higher frequency. And it's like you're saying, yes, I'm ready. And the angels like will open the door there. So, you know, if you're really aware of that, then just go, yay, I'll take that, you know, if that's where you want to go. But remember, with any higher learning, it does come with its challenges and healing crisis. So see this Mars thing as a bit of a healing crisis, you know, that, you know, whatever you're getting rid of right now is good, but do your best to keep cleansing, keep grounding, be creative, focus that energy into something productive, okay? This isn't a time to be launching new stuff, like really thinking, right, let's have a big launch party, or we're going to put this brand out there next week. Why have I been given October the 6th again? Anybody that has seen me live is going to be like, October the 6th, October the 6th. I still don't know the reason why I keep being given that number, but it is obviously relevant. But going back to the branding and launching, no, it's not a good time because you may not get the reaction you want. It's also because you may not feel like it. I mean, during this time, you're going to feel more tired because your engine's not on. You know, Mars is your accelerator, and so he's gone to sleep. So it's like your battery's gone a little bit flat. So you may just want to sleep more, and do that. Take the time to relax, research, look through things. All the retrogrades back going inward. But the good news is, guys, the good news is Jupiter has gone direct. and that means the giver of gifts and luck is back. Okay, when he was retrograde, it was about looking inside yourself to expand. Now you'll probably find that things will start coming back in a little bit more, and the luck should change. And I say that, and I've spoken to a couple of people just recently and heard things saying, oh my God, the last couple of days have just been just an absolute upheaval and nightmare. Dare I say nightmare, but yeah. They've been good in many ways. I always do my best to look at the positives, but there has been some real kick in the face moments, and I've literally been going around in circles trying my best to work out what I'm supposed to do. And I did my own past life reading this morning. It said do nothing. Out of the darkness, out of the silence, things will just come to light. This is a time of trust. So if you are having a really difficult time, you may just be being tested right now. So let's look at what's coming this week. So this is my new devised past life look at the future, okay, and what is going to influence you. Different types of people might come up later on afterwards if you want a question about something and do. I've got a dog growling at my feet. Just excuse me. Poppet's still asleep. She's not interested. Okay, so tell me what the general energies are of this week. It's all right. They're not coming out now. Hello, Frank. Frank's in now. We're all in. Anyone else? Parker? No, you're sitting. Winnie, come on. The viewers want to see you. Oh, she's not coming. Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. What challenges from the past? What life lessons, karmic cycles are we learning? Come on. Okay. Come on. Okay. Any influences or people coming in? Thank you. I might have to clarify that one. Okay, I think this is going to be one of those where we're going to have to look in more detail, look closer at what, what is being shown to us. It feels like a bit of a mystery. Someone's taking us into a Cluedo house. Okay, right, I'm going to get a last one as well. Okay. So if you want a past life reading, you just need to go to my website, www.sarapperrypsychic.co.uk, and click on the Psychic Readings tab, or it's .com as well, you can use either. Click on that Psychic Readings tab, and it'll say Akashic Records, past life readings, if that's what you like. Also, I've just uploaded a video to YouTube, meditation, to take you back to the past and take you forwards. I'm not sure how well it's come out, but having a bit of a nightmare with microphones, but it is something that I use a lot. It's called the box meditation that I use when I do therapies as well, and it's really, really useful if you are wondering what is blocking you. Okay, the important thing when you do these journeys is that you don't question as you're doing it. You just do it, okay, and just allow whatever comes into your head to come in. Many times, like, when people do hypnotherapy, it's like the question of like, oh, well, am I really thinking it, or is it, been given to me? What is it? Okay, so what have we got? So this is interesting. Opportunities opening up. I feel this is the world card, but to me this is about Jupiter, but Venus as well. The combination of the goddess, that things that we have been forgetting, the love for ourselves, the value of ourselves, the way to be feminine, the way to enjoy, to celebrate, to open up, express ourselves. This is what this week is about. Get it out there, right? It's not about branding to make money or to set up some great big launch party, like I said, and get everybody there and invites, but still put your stuff out there, because it can still be seen, because people will still see it. It's not, Mars going retrograde isn't stopping you doing that. But it's a great time to, at the moment, to celebrate, to find the fun, find the lightness of things. And I feel like there is the spirit of, I'm just getting this goddess energy coming back for us all, this feeling of believing in miracles and that we are limitless, and, we kind of don't have any choice. So let's just go with the flow and enjoy it. Let's just have a great time. And this to me, this is Queen of Wands. And she's looking, you can't see her, look, here she is on the other side, but these are the vice versa cards. So to me, this is almost like you have to focus, you have to kind of go inward to go outwards, because she is protecting herself, she's detaching, she's growing inwardly by learning to express herself. All right, so I feel like some past aspects, some history, because this is also, look, this looks like some kind of tomb from pyramids or some kind of thing. I feel like your past history, going inside and reflecting and looking back at how you were when the good times were happening, is what you need to bring back in. So this isn't really about, oh my goodness me, can you come out please? Come out. Can we not do this game? This is what happens when you foster a dog. Come on, out. No. This isn't the room to play. Is that, you know, this is time to look at the best of times, to look back at the memories when you had growth happen and maybe you didn't celebrate and maybe you dwelled, and now it's time to learn from all of this. And I just feel like there's something, if you go back, it's going to come back. But I'm getting dreams coming in, important dreams, but like ancient, you know, like the ancients coming to us this week. Just big learning. But I feel the more you open up, the more you express, the more you celebrate life, the more you actually enjoy what you have within what you have, the better it's going to be. All right, and the more growth you're going to have. But you can share yourself, okay, without having to get influenced, to be drawn in by anything. All right, so it's like, do your thing, be yourself, own it, okay? It's really important this week. It's really funny because every card here has got its back turned, and I feel like this is going to be a week of detachment, of going backwards, going back inside ourselves, learning what our deepest goals are, what our passions are, what really makes us tick. An awakening happening. The awakening has been happening for months, for years. And we're just about to cross over into something amazing, into some new world, new way of doing things. Everything's going to become simpler, but more complex, or learned, should I say, rather than complex. So it's going to be on a higher level, but just what is needed, not all this other frills. You know, it's like every time telephones are upgraded, or iPads, that kind of thing, there's an extra thing that's added on. Oh, this one's got an extra whatever, and that one's got a fabulous screen, and you know, and really when you look at it, you think, well, what's the difference? Unless you're really into Xbox or PlayStation, then you know. But I don't do that. But do you know what I mean? It's like, everything's about launching the new product, a new thing. Let's just add something to it. Whereas actually all we want is what we get out of it. And the thing is with a PlayStation or an Xbox is, it's the activity, it's the pastime. And we got that from board games. You know, I mean, I know anyone young enough wouldn't really get that probably. I don't know. But I remember all those years ago, you know, when things were simpler. And that's what's happening. We're going back to the simple forms. But we're taking the important part of that simplicity and making it work on a higher level. All right, so it's like we've been given a combination of everything. We've been able to look at everything. Now, this card is about challenges. And I feel like authority is going to challenge you, or people that aren't saying things. They're not... I'm getting people coming into this week, or people that you're affected by, who are, you know, when they've got that strong presence, where you're almost feeling a little bit fearful or intimidated. It's like a test of, do you trust yourself? I can see people having to stand up and work and do speeches, or having to show something, and or someone's opinion being asked, and just feeling really kind of like, you know, like this shadow is upon them. And I just get the sense this is, you know, this is about our confidence and trusting in your intuition and what you believe. And it's like you could say something this week to people, you know, I could just, if you were socially, for instance, only in groups of 6 or 2, 2 meters apart, and you're talking, and you could be like really up for something and sending it out there and everyone's like just staring at you. And it's not that they're not into it, they're just not reacting. And I feel like it's like about being strong in the silence. Okay, and you could have, I'm just getting these tall male, maybe female, but masculine energies coming in this week, or coming upon people who are really stubborn or really awkward, that we feel really intimidated by. You know, you could be just standing next to somebody in a queue and there's that energy, and it's a past life thing. It's a learning from the past to believe in your true power and what you were born with and your skills, okay? And that you do have control of choice. And even if somebody tells you what to do, and I don't mean wearing a mask because it's a law, I mean if someone says, I want that seat, you don't have to actually say yes and get up and offer the seat. You can just choose to ignore it, okay? And it's whether you trust yourself. I feel like with him, this is showing new ideas. This is about new relations as well, people meeting soulmates, connections that they wouldn't believe they were soulmates. There's like a draw there, but they're thinking, why do I like this person? Not even talking to me, but there's something so strong. So you may find, and this is Pisces really, so I feel it could be a water sign, somebody who's quite youthful the way they look, okay, although they're quite strong in their energy. And they just, you know what I mean? They just don't say a lot, but it's because they're quite spiritual, they're quite intuitive, and they're just checking you out. But you may meet someone like this, but the test is to know your own power and strength. And the thing is with soulmates, when they come in, they take over, like this emotion takes over, and then you just kind of lose who you are and why you're meeting these people. And if somebody is really powerful and energized, they're coming in because they're a reflection of what you have and what you can, you know, what skills you have. Just have some tea. So that could happen this week. You could meet somebody new that you think, why would I even go for that person? They're actually really rude, or, you know, they're not really giving me anything. What's the point? Or it could be a new boss that comes in. It's something that's challenging you. Your power, your trust in yourself is challenging you this week. Okay. So that's the overall energy. Again, I feel like, look, these they're both turning away in some ways. All I'm seeing is the backs on these cards. It's like we're having to go back to come forwards. We're being taken back down some distant path in our past, and we're crossing. I'm just seeing all these like crossings, you know, like if you see all cars going past, and there's just so much traffic, and it all becomes a blur because you don't know if they're going right, you don't know if they're going left. It's like suddenly everyone is just crossing paths at this one point in time. And they're telling me like the double numbers 1111 or some kind of, you know, the clock strikes 12 and suddenly all this happens, and we think it's like you've been thrown out of orbit and you've suddenly crossing paths with somebody, all these different past lives, and they're all coming in. It's very confusing. And again, that could cause that feeling of anxiety, you know, that feeling where you're like confused and stressed and frustrated because how do I cross the road? I mean, I have a lot of dreams. I don't know about anybody out there, but I have a lot of dreams where I'm traveling and I can never find my way back. And last night I had a dream, and this was really, and I would really say to everybody right now, get a journal, just write down everything that happens. The more you do at this point, the more you can have fun with it, right? You start like looking at detail of people, checking out your connections with people. Why do you keep meeting the same person? You know, or why does this dream keep coming up? First of all, with dreams, I will say that if something comes up that you've been talking about that week or something you've seen on television, that's generally why it's come into the dream, not because it's some big message. If you wake up going, it's a message, look into it more. Just follow your intuition, because there's often something to be learned from it. But I was on this road, and this woman just appeared. And I think she's called Rosanna, I don't know, but she told me her name. She just introduced me, and then she showed me a newspaper and said, and it was somewhere in Colombia, and they were building this great big station or something, enterprise, and then she just left. And then I was just, again, trying to find my way home. And the weird thing is I was saved by my rabbit, or my past rabbit, came in to help me like a guide and a dog, and these firemen. It was like, which firemen? I thought, is that to do with the fires? I don't think so, because I wasn't really taking in that much before that. But you know, there's often this, I just saw it as there's this journey I'm on, I'm trying to find the way home. And everything that I got from that dream and all the elements was to trust that I knew where I was, because actually right at the beginning I was given the address, so I knew exactly where I was going, okay? And that actually, Shelley, you were in the dream. Hello. And this was interesting because a past life came up with that when I was analysing the dream of, because you were healing somebody, and actually Tracy was doing this whole Red Indian thing, healing white magic stuff over this child. But I came in for help to ask where this address was, and you were healing. You were saying, no, I've got to get this person to hospital, I've got to do that. And it wasn't, you know, the message wasn't that you haven't got time for me, or, you know, people don't have time for you. It was just that I was able to find my own way back, you know. And it was all this messages in this dream was like, when you really need help, the help will come, like these wonderful firemen that just appeared, and my rabbit, and this dog, this pet dog, which I've never seen before. Anyway, big kiss, Shelley. So this is the thing, we really check out your dreams this week. You may have some visitations. I was talking about this dark, these heavy figures that are coming in that feel like really intimidating. You may feel them around you this week. You may feel that someone's entered in, because again, I'm seeing this like crossways of timelines happening where we're kind of like, where am I? What's going on? I'm sure I know that person. No, I don't. I've never spoken to them before. And everyone's like crossing at the same time. So it could cause a little bit of confusion. But anyway, going back to these cards, what I was saying is there is light. You know, there's a lot of thinking going on. This guy normally on this side, he's worrying. All he's thinking about is what's going on in his head. And he's like, I can't see my way through all these swords. Okay, but this week, the help is there. The light is going to be shone. If you use your mind in a smart way, if you start, you create the right mindset, if you focus on the positives. I understand when you're angry, you have to get it off your chest. Anyone watching knows what I'm like. But do your best not to dwell on it. Get it off your chest. Do it in a safe place with people that can just go, yeah, okay, without an opinion. Sometimes we just don't want an opinion. We just want to get it off our chest, okay? Just get it out. And then do some cleansing, okay? And then just do some grounding and focus on the positives, okay? And keep telling yourself, whatever is going on in your head is taking over, all right? That thought, whatever you're thinking is leading, right? The trigger is what has happened and the emotions that come up. But we're being triggered from past lives right now, past stuff, because it's clearing. That's old Pluto up there doing his thing. Don't want to go there. The Dark Lord coming in just to annoy everybody. This wasn't dealt with, so let's deal with it. Okay, and I'm talking about these wars every 100 years, all these things. As I was looking up these dates, anyone that hasn't heard this up to date can go back to the beginning, because I did this whole chart today of all the different wars and time of independence. And like I say, the French Revolution came up, which is a big part of one of my past lives. And it suddenly, this is what it was like. It was like a replay. So something hasn't been dealt with, all right? Every 100 years, it's like we're coming back to the same thing. But we have different tools. We have different knowledge. You know, we're using different weapons. But it's all to do with free speech and all to do with being independent and having our say. Okay. So take the time to self-reflect, okay? I feel that sometimes we aren't seeing that there's growth happening. That our power is, you know, there is power. There's still something flying. There's still something happening. That tree is still alive, guys, look. And look, there is a skull here. I don't know if you can see the skull. But from death comes life, transformation, growth. But maybe we can't see it all exactly, but there is light, there is light. Bring the light, turn the lights on, open the windows, get some fresh air, do something fun, guys, you know? Just relax, take a day off. If that's all I do, sometimes, very rarely. Okay, my tea's going really cold. What's happening with you animals? Everyone's got really quiet now. Winnie, do you want to come in? She's gone in such a strop because this has taken the seat, haven't you? Yeah. Okay. So the summing up of these cards, the biggest message, and again, we've got the kind of darkness in a way, the darker side. If you turn around the death card, that's the rebirth, okay? But this is like we're meeting death head on. We're meeting with our darkest demons. We're meeting with our foes from past lives. The biggest ones are coming up now. The ones that we buried deep. I feel like this is a return. Like the return of the Jedi, but it's the return of the demon. They're coming back. And we're facing our biggest fears. For some people, death is the biggest fear. So, I'm okay, Shani. Not saying I'm happy. But, you know, this is what we're saying. We have to kind of think of it like a shamanic process. We have to die, we have to clear, we have to get rid of all this old stuff to step into that, all right? And this is going to be a big week because I just feel like Jupiter is going to be pushing it out of us. That's how I feel. And again, we've got the eagle here. And it's funny because I was using an eagle in one of my paintings, and there's an eagle in this one as well. And in this, he's coming closer. Look, it's like you can see him. He's coming and he's saying, look, you've got the power. This is what I feel he's going, you've got the power to untie yourself. Because if you just move up and down this sword like that with your arms, then you're actually going to release yourself, aren't you? You're free. You're just tying yourself up. You're afraid of your own power. You're afraid of letting go. You're afraid of putting something to rest. Because if you put it to rest, it's not coming back. But if it's that great and it's that important, of course it's going to come back. And I feel this is the week that things are coming back. You're eating more because of Jupiter. Just eat good stuff. Eat good stuff. So this is a time to open up our limitations, let go of the fear, just really, really trust. And when I say surrender, I don't mean like throw yourself off, you know, some great big cliff or do anything like that. You know, this isn't about danger. This is about release. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to do. The focus on the negatives, the focus on the restriction alone, the focus on what the government are doing, what the conspiracy is. Oh my God. That is just doing everyone's head in. It's doing your own head in. If you can change it by doing something progressive and positive and light and loving, then take some action. But if just shouting about it and getting angry and sounding off all over social media and shouting odds, if you ask yourself, is it actually doing anything? Because I'm not saying that when the world comes as a collective or, you know, there's a revolution and, you know, if we all work together, things can't happen. I do believe that. I do believe we've overcome a lot of things as a unit. But the problem is everyone's fighting themselves right now. So nothing's really actually happening. It's like an episode of The Apprentice when they all get together and it's like, I've got this idea and I've got that idea and everybody's, and I don't even know what the idea is. I don't know what they think they want to achieve. And I think at the moment, people are just angry. They're angry, and this isn't everybody, and please don't start writing all, I'm not asking for a massive argument here because I would just remove them. Trust me, I don't need to see comments like that. I'm not interested in it. I'm just wanting to find some sense of harmony and peace with people, or find people, you know, help people find that peace in themselves. That yes, we are passionate about stuff. We do have a say. We are free thinkers. But if you're gonna do something proactive, do it so it works. Do it so it's loving, so it actually has an effect and isn't hurting anybody else. Because by acting out in this angry way, you're hurting people that you don't want to hurt. You know, anger is just bringing more anger. And with this Mars retrograde thing, it's just going to get worse. So look after yourself, safeguard yourself, do what you feel, what you believe. That's okay. Everyone is allowed an opinion. You know, if you're in a country where it's law to do this or not to do that, it's up to you whether you abide by the rules. If you want to break free, you do that, but do it on your own. Do you know what I mean? Don't attack everybody else with it. Do what you feel is right in the best way that you can, that will actually make a difference. And I know it isn't easy, and I know it's like, oh, what if we all give up? You know, I can hear people saying it now. I mean, I was doing readings the other day, and Mars went retrograde on that day, and I was doing like online readings, and I could feel the anger. When, you know, I'm trying to like calm everything down. And it was like, it didn't matter what I said. It was like, you know, and sometimes that's the case. But all I'm saying is just do what's good for you. You know, do the right thing for you, and find some peace for yourself. So is anybody got a question that they would like answered while you're having a little think about a question, or you'd like a card pulled? I am just letting you know I'm being proactive myself. I've got all these cards I ordered before lockdown. All these printed cards, like with everything. And they're good quality cards because I was going to be doing lots of shows and fairs, and they all got cancelled, of course. So I'm still stuck with, I'm not stuck with stuff, I can still sell them. But I'm going to be selling these online, this actual lot. They're all different. I'm just going to keep putting them up here. Some of these are chakras. These are like, they're all of the paintings that I do. Parts of paintings, it's part of the painting. It's all right, isn't it? They're $150 each. That's what I'm going to do them at. All right, this is actually a painting on my friend's wall. This is a painting in Oasis, the bar down the road. I always do cards of my paintings because they look quite cool. So $150 or 3 for €5. Okay, what that is in dollars, I don't know. I wasn't looking at dollars because I was thinking people that are local more likely will want them. But I am sort of working on uploading. If somebody wants a PDF of all the ones that I've got maybe 2 or 3 of each card. There's loads here. We've got mice, lots of mice. That's just a heart card. How deep is your love? The Bee Gees, lovely. Fairies. I've got all the mermaids. If you like mermaids, angry mermaids there. That's one of the big mural. I don't know if you can see them properly actually. Maybe. That's the blue moon. That's part of the big mural. Laughing dolphin. Lots of dolphins. And then we got like flowers, sunflowers, butterflies. It's just loads. Hares, dragonflies, poppies, peacocks, flamingos. Okay, lots and lots of, if you would like to have some, look at him, he's cute. You know, if you'd like to see what I've got as cards in stock here, and you'd like to buy some at that price, or you'd like to buy more than that, I can do maybe even a better wholesale price for a big, if you want to take them off my hands. Because I'm clearing away, as I'm telling everybody else to do. And we got unicorns, 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 more unicorns, and more unicorns, more unicorns, more unicorns, and another unicorn. Unicorn, 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 and they just go on. The unicorns live. Okay, so this is just showing you how many paintings. This is still alive. This painting still lives. This is my friend, beautiful friend, that was for. So some of these paintings are still available to buy as well. I'm going to be selling those as well. Because I'm now going to release a lot of stuff so that I can invest in some better stuff, which I would say to everyone. Let the flow. Right, so we've got, yes, please, will my family member improve? In what way? Are we talking health, Sam, or are we talking personality? Is this to do with like an illness? Because I'm not hugely comfortable with illness, but can you let me know if you're still watching? Oh my God, unicorn. Okay, let's just have a look anyway for you. I'm just going to look with the cubes, actually. Okay, no, mentally. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with mental stuff. The first thing I got was a knight coming through for you, okay? And we are looking at past life stuff, and I feel like somebody from the past, a past life knight, or somebody who came in shining armor to save the day is coming in. Now, I'm actually seeing people, you did talk about mental stuff, and I'm seeing somebody like in a white coat, but it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, it's a doctor or anything, but I feel like there is somebody who knows more, who understands more. And this could be a friend, somebody that you meet, a connection. And again, I'm getting that strong energy, somebody who's quite powerful, quite strong, quite silent, husky voice. And this is weird because this isn't a guy, this is a woman, I feel, with long, darkish hair coming down to here, bit of curlyish. Right, so, and it's like, this is, I just see the person going, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this direction. Do you agree? Now, it's like they're already saying to you, there is no other direction. You know, you're going to have to, like, you know, this is what we want to do. And you'll kind of think, well, hang on, you haven't really asked me. And there's someone else you have to consult with. I don't know who that is. Is it the person's, is it a mother figure or somebody else that is connected with them? Because I feel like somebody else has to be spoken at. But I'm getting the sense that there's people that aren't interested. Who could be? Do you want all the cards, Shelley? Lovely. Take them off my hands. I feel there's a lot of pain coming from this, Sam. Heartache from many levels, but I do see an ending there as well. But what Spirit is saying to you is you have to be loyal to yourself. You have to be loyal to what's important and do what is best for you. I'm seeing kind of heart, like, don't take this like you're having a heart attack, but it's that sense of, you know when you get like panicky and you just don't know what to do for the best. But I do see this knight or this person coming in who is coming in to save the day or to take control of things. And it is kind of like, there's only a yes or no. There isn't 3 or 4 options. It's like, well, this is what we're going to do. Yes or no, you know. I'm seeing a long period, around 10 months. Maybe that's too long. I don't know. Timing's not great with Spirit, but I feel 10 months of recuperation. Gentle. There's a new kind of therapy that can be used that is going to really, really help with this. But I'm getting a lot of spiritual activity around this person as well, and that's what's confusing them because they're dealing with, you know, I talked about demons, and you know, if I use the word demons, people go, oh my God, there's demons in the house. But you know, we have our inner demons, and this is what I feel. It's like this push and pull situation of like, they're just in their head, just constantly in their head. So yes, the answer is yes, it will get better, but I think it's still going to be a long burn, and I think you have to give over the control and give yourself the loyalty at the same time and be kind to yourself, okay? I hope that helps. There is another message here for somebody. How do you know if someone has been in your past life? Oh, most people, I'll be honest, I mean, this is my belief. I think we cross paths with people all the time. It doesn't mean, right, don't get confused with the soulmate thing, because the soulmate, or we call the twin soul, you know, it's my soulmate, it's my everything, you know. Yeah, like I said, there's this emotional pull when you meet somebody that is really a strong draw from your past life. I met a lot of people since I've been here, but I pick up on it very quickly because I just want to, like, it's like you want to just take in the energy. You want to be part of the energy. You don't care on what way it is, as long as you're in that energy, because it's just a connection. It's a memory. It's a feeling that something has to be resolved, right? That's what the trigger is. But what we misinterpret it as is that it's love, or it's that we have to be in love with the person. We have to be with them because that feeling is so strong that it's got to be about being together forever. But the reason that we cross paths with people is to learn, because something is unresolved. Now, sometimes people come back and reconnect because they promised as they left, as they went on their deathbed or whatever, they say, I will come back with you, you know, I'm never going to leave you. And they kind of make this pact, this contract, this soul contract. And many of us do. You know, as we leave one life to another, this is where the self-worth stuff comes in, and that feeling of loss and lack. It's like that feeling of, come here, baby. We're not, you know, we're not worthy. We don't deserve it, you know, especially if you look, hello, you're going to go tomorrow, aren't you? I know. Look, isn't she nice when she's like this? Yeah, I know. Stop eating everything. Be really good. So yeah, we can leave one life and make a soul contract. So then we're like determined to put that right. Now I did a little bit of a past life on Trump this morning, which was, again, I've lost my notes, but it was really clear. And I got like Vlad the Impaler, and who was the other guy? I can't remember. I don't know where this notebook has gone. It's like disappeared, and I was going to take it with me to the beach and read it. But it was this sense, what I got with him is that he had this past life of poverty, but his village was burnt down and all his family were taken, and he just went on this vengeance through his lives to be powerful. He sees power or money or fame or whatever, this status, as power, is control. There isn't a kind of calm spiritual side to this man, you know. It's like, it's almost revengeful the way that he behaves. It's kind of, I'm in charge, let's do this, you know, and it's all a little bit over the top. And what I saw with his past lives is he's gone from one to another, and he's kind of lost the point completely. Doesn't even know what he's fighting for anymore. So that's why when he says things, they come out really weirdly. It's like, what the hell are you going on about? Because it's like a machine. He doesn't even know. I mean, his hairstyle's a machine, isn't it? Don't tell him. But God, I can't remember who the other person was that I saw him as. But it was this kind of wrecking machine, you know, this person coming in, and no, it was a rebellion. I saw him as this rebellion guy who was leading like revolutions and that kind of thing. So he's always would be in a place of power or some kind of leadership, or, you know, running a country or that kind of thing. So, you know, that's what I saw with him. So, you know, sometimes your life, if you're in a rich life, you may, you know, or I use the word rich lightly because rich is rich in yourself, isn't it? It's not always about money. But if you're very focused on money, and you know, that's all that drives you, it could be that you've come from a very, very poor past life somewhere, or something was taken from you, so that you vowed, your soul contract was in the next lives to pull it back, and you were never going to be poor again, you know. And people do that on their deathbeds, you know, they kind of give up these curses or whatever they do. So it is an interesting thing. So if you feel, sometimes you just meet people, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, like somebody else's family member, you know, an older person, a younger person, you know, when children are born and you see them and you just feel this strong connection with them. A lot of the children being born now are like on such a high frequency. It's this new generation of knowledge where they just know, right? We had like one generation, we've had so many autistic children, and, you know, where there's that thing where everyone goes, oh, they're special. Yes, they are special because they've got more clarity than we have. And as these generations roll, they're getting clearer and clearer. So they're coming in with skills that they've learned from the past, and that's all they're going to start focusing on. And that's where that simplicity is lying, that things will be more streamlined. All these millions of lessons, and, you know, when we started classes, when we were at school, we had English, maths, and PE, or whatever, or an art, and maybe a language. It was simple. I think we had up to 9 O-levels or GCSEs at that point. The kids that I know, when I, like, you know, 10 years ago, going through school, are doing like 26 subjects. How do you do that? How much pressure is that? You know, why do you need to know all these different things? Because why not streamline and focus on the thing you're actually good at? I mean, I know it's good to learn new things, but you learn that's where you learn in primary. You fiddle around and you learn things and you play and you go, hey, this is who I am. This is where I stand in the gang. You know, I'm in charge, I'm not in charge. Whatever. You find your feet when you're growing up to age of 11. And then it's like, you know, puberty, and no one's interested in work anyway, are they? I mean, really, we should start exams when like 25, because that's when we all want to start learning, because we feel like we've missed out. But at that age, you know, to take out that 4 or 5 years, it's like, go off, enjoy, you know, socialising, that kind of thing, and find out what you want to do. Focus on things you can do, because then you can do both and have that life balance. So this is what I'm seeing, is that everything is coming into balance. Next year is going to be very fruitful for some people. And one thing I saw when I was doing some channeling this morning, again in my notebook, it's so weird, I don't know where it's gone. Who took my notebook? Everyone's like looking at me. Was that, you know, people are going to be discovered where they've been lost. Like I saw a guy on the streets who was a writer who'd been forgotten. But he just disappeared, he'd gone off the grid, and somebody sees him and he's still got his book in his hand and they're like, what are you doing? I mean, this could be a film, you know, maybe it's a film I'm seeing, I don't know. But it's like everyone forgot, but he lost so much, but he chose to go on the streets and then he kind of comes back. But it's like this feeling of people just dropping from power, you know, they're just literally falling. The ground is just going to open up and eat people up, sorry. So you better be good. So has anybody else got a question? Hello, Mike. Hello, people. Right, if you're still there. I don't know if you're still there. Right. Anyone got a question? No questions. It's really funny. People are afraid to ask a question. It's all right, I won't get too personal. Oh, hello. Oh, we've got a new one. Sam. That's Sam. You're on the second level. Lovely. That's wonderful. Lots of... Yeah, I can't keep her, I'm afraid. She has a home. I'm quite glad she's going. She's quite helpful. I want my piece back. So no more questions, anybody? Hello, Jackie. Do you want a love one? Okay, so we're looking at past life stuff here as we're looking at questions. Oh, hello. Right, it's interesting because... Oh, you're welcome, Michaela. And thank you, Michaela, for helping me out the other day because that led me to a really good job. So I'm really grateful for that. And I saw you in the Focus magazine today. Just thought I'd let you know. Very nice picture. Okay, so this is interesting. What I'm getting for you, Jackie, is that you're going through a dark tunnel this week. Right? I know you don't want to hear that, but this is like a closing down. You're choosing to. It's like you're on a train and all the shutters come down because you're going through a tunnel, but you're going over water. So I don't mean you're necessarily traveling over water somewhere, but the process is that it's like you're going over a bridge, okay? Or through a tunnel. You're having to get to the next piece of land, but you're almost like closing down to do it. Now, I think you're going to take a day or so this week to really, really meditate or to close down anyway, because you're just going to feel really, really tired. But this is a lot to do with the Mars thing as well, all right? But I feel like during that time and I'm getting quite an angelic energy coming around you. Lots of stuff is awakening in you, and it's like these layers are starting to lift and you're starting to hear voices, which is to some people I'm thinking, oh my God, she's hearing voices, but no, you know what I mean. But I can see you kind of waking up at one point. There's an animal guide that is going to be shown to you this week. It's like and again, it's like a past life connection. Now, a lot of people say that animals can't be reborn, and they don't, but I don't believe that, because I have seen it in my animals where I've connected with them before, and I've seen visions of what they were. So, and I know that you would believe that as well, Jackie. But I feel like as you shut down, there's going to be lots and lots of things shown to you. So it's like you're going through this tunnel and like a conveyor belt of all this old stuff. And as you're going past, although the shutters are down, you're seeing images of all these different past life things. And some of it's going to be very tempting and try and draw you back, okay? So it's like this is why I feel like you're going into this deep meditation, because you feel you have to protect yourself. Now, I don't mean that people are going to be knocking on your door or hurting you or anything energetically. It's not like that. But it's a feeling of what everyone else is doing. It's like their energy is getting inside and you're just want to go, I have to just channel. It's like you're channeling, literally going under the channel. You're focusing on where you need to go and you're kind of just putting the blinkers on just to do that. There's some stuff that you're going to write that's going to be really important this week. Now, I haven't really spoken about love, but I do think that one of these temptations is to do with that and to show you a path. Now, I'm seeing you in, I don't know if you're going to any cafes at the moment, but there's someone that I feel like someone from the past is coming back. This really feels like a past week, you know, where people are just coming back. And like people you haven't seen for ages. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean past love. So it's just people that you think, oh my God, you know, I haven't seen you for so long. And it's really random and really serendipitous. And I just feel that with these people that you're going to meet, and this isn't, or this person, this isn't somebody I sense that you're going back to or is coming back into your life to be in love, but it's going to show you something about love, about what is important and what pulls your strings. So there's massive learning this week for love for you, but it's almost like you have to go dark, if that makes sense, you know, like a bit off the grid. I think you're going to feel like going off the grid, because I'm getting a lot of energy, and they're saying 6s and 7s. Everyone's at 6s and 7s. I can see you just standing in a queue somewhere or buying something, and all these things like kicking off all around you, and because your energy's really high right now, you're really light, and it's having a weird effect on people. It's unnerving them, because so many people are in their negative zone, in their angry place, and then when someone walks in really light, it highlights that, and they don't like it, and so it's like they're all looking at you, you know. But there's this something that's going to come to light about your own strength, your inner power, and to the belief in yourself. But you've got a definite guide taking you on a new road and showing you a new skill to do with your work as well. And I can see you kind of getting suited and booted and going, right, this is what I'm going to do now. This is how I'm going to go forwards. This has got to go. And it's like you're slicing you come out this tunnel and you slice your life in half and say, that is just gone. So you've gone from one bank to another through this tunnel, and suddenly you're out the other side, and then you know exactly what's got to go, because it's something that's been holding on to. But I'm seeing so much clarity. We got the new moon this week. I think we got it at the end of the week. So that would make sense that you will go through the tunnel. You're still shedding from the full moon, and then you're going to come out the other side. So I feel like it's still, dare I say, work in progress with the whole love thing. But I think that you are coming into your own, and this is what it's all about. And there is somebody who's waiting. There's a big, again, I talked about this big energy for people this week, this big, strong energy, standing there waiting, and it's so solid and so strong and so powerful that nothing, you know, it's so sure, it's so certain. That's what I see. It's just certainty, and it's not like just one-sided. It's not you going, oh, I'm really certain about that. This person isn't coming forward. You know, it's not like that. It's like, it's an assured thing that just works, you know, it just comes together. And all the mechanics are working, and it's just, I don't know why I keep getting fruit and veg, but I think that's to do with, I think maybe it's because it's in such a normal way, you know, you could be just at the fruit, at the market or something, and this person, and you just feel their energy, and it's just so certain. And when something is so certain, you don't even have to act on it. You just are. You're just where you are. Okay? So I hope that's helped. Bizarre. So I'm probably going to come off now, because I've been here for a while, haven't I? Really? And this dog. Stop it! I'm really sorry, guys, but your cat structure has been ruined. Just pulled all the string off the cat scratch. That's what the puppy's done. Come on, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Oh, right, so this is the last time you're going to see her, because she's leaving. Yeah, you're going to your new home. So we've been fostering her for a week. No, you don't have to bite. So she's going. I know you're going. You're going. So one more night, and we shall see you soon. Bye, everybody. Wave to the camera. Bye, Jackie. Bye, everybody watching. you want to press the button? There we go. Press the button.